Hey, Rozella, Steffani, Spokane, Washington. It's cold. I know from the last time we chatted, but you're getting through it. How's things?
Life is very good. Good.
All right, we're going to
It
dive in
does.
here. We've had some people come to us recently that want to talk about investing in real estate. Now, to be clear, we think that your first home is a good investment. It's one of the top three reasons why people buy properties in the first place is for it's a good investment, and it is. I can show you some historical data that supports that very, very well. However, they also want to go, well, now I want to be more, I want to get more property, be a landlord, and build that real estate empire. So, beginning investors is the target audience for this conversation. I know we all have some good thoughts on that. So let's start with you all. What would you want to tell? You're sitting at Starbucks with
It's
that
something.
couple, that single person. They're going, bought a house. I want to get some more. I hear you get more wealth with real estate. What do I do?
What do? You
What do you
hire
do?
You listen to me. Okay, here's what you do. I need your attention. You follow my lead. So you buy a house that you find for yourself, whether it's new construction or cute little something like 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. Nothing ginormous, just great. And you go and you live in it. And you live in it for at least 1 year. Sure. Unless life changes and makes you move faster, then that's okay because life extenuating circumstances can be approved. But typically, if I'm being honest, if you're going to make a move, it's probably going to be about 1 to 3 years. That's what life and history has shown me. And it moves faster than we just talked about that. So anyways, give yourself 1 to 3 years. You're going to buy a house. You're going to live in it. And then you're going to go find another house.
Now,
And
let
then
me interject there, Steph, because it's really important. We do not give tax advice here. Talk to your tax advisor. However, if you live in a house 2 of the last 5 years, and then you sell that house, you still get the capital gains exemption, which means if you're single, you get to exempt $250,000 of gain from taxes. If you're married, it's 500,000. So if you're like 1 year and 1.5 years there, and you're thinking about buying another house, it probably makes sense to take a look at that and maybe stay the full 2 years. Then you can rent it for 3 more years and sell it within that time period, and you still can claim the owner-occupied tax exemption. So it's important to know those things.
so all the single people, stick to it for the first time. And then your second round, buy with a partner, buy with whatever. And then you can get up to $500,000 in gains.
There you go.
Because, again, prime example, you can get money back of an investment. This is the whole point and purpose is to remain as a good investment. That investment can come later down the road when you sell that property and then you're taking that equity gain. So I'll use myself as the example again. The house that I bought almost doubled in value because of when I purchased to what it's worth now. So I could sell it and make money, but instead I'm going to cash flow it with a renter that's going to pay my mortgage. So they're going to pay down my principal balance. I'm going to have a little bit of reserves, not really for me. It's going to be for the house because there's deferred maintenance that comes with any rental property. Any person who wants to get into
Very
this,
good.
give yourself attention. You're going to have a washer and a dryer that needs to be replaced. You're going to need to have
Don't
a
miss that
fireplace
point,
that needs to be
guys.
serviced.
That's really important. Good job.
So you want to have some sort of a
Stephanie,
reserve.
how long
Huh?
did you own the house before it doubled?
A year. I was an
1
anomaly.
year.
1 year.
Your house doubled. That
Yes.
clearly is an anomaly. That is someone who knows how to buy and where to buy and how much to buy in a great area, guys. Don't expect that for your future
No,
results.
it's
That's
not
awesome.
normal. What I did is so this is the one hack I will tell anybody who's also an investor, go buy new construction. New construction, you can get them in a set price. So this is what I did. End of COVID, we had pillar prices for our interest rates, and then we had just stayed below that before what in the world is it called?
What?
Inflation, sorry.
Inflation.
Before inflation, before inflation.
Oh yeah,
hit.
that thing.
Yeah, that thing. That's how my pricing is locked in as low as it is and why my value went up as much as it is. But your normal investor, I will say, if you even try my method of going and buying new construction builders offer so many incentives to their buyers when they come to purchase that they will give them either money to buy down their rate, they'll buy down their purchase price. They will do all sorts of cool things that make it very attainable to get into the home. Go live in it, occupy it. You have a brand new house. You shouldn't have any problems. You shouldn't have anything that you need to do to it except for go live in it, enjoy it, and then you're going to turn around and you're going to rent it out because that return for your rent should be able to make your mortgage payment in comparison to where wherever you buy, and then you can keep then cash flowing and doing the same thing. So then what you would do is you would either then go buy another property or multi-units or do something like that, and you're going to start the process over again until you slowly acquire 1 to 2 properties, every couple of years. And then once you really get going, then you can do more. But that would be my biggest tip and trick is to buy the property, live in the property, and then turn around and rent it. And then, because I believe also you, John, offer the DSCR loan, which means you could then potentially go finance another property that you don't occupy with that, and another one that you could occupy at the same time potentially.
Yes.
Right?
So I'm going to just piggyback off of what Steffani said, guys, and I'm going to say what you really want to do is get educated. Hang out with people who buy real estate. Go to one of the RIAs, the Real Estate Association of Puget Sound, is one of my favorite ones down in Seattle. Angelique Tinney, not dropping any names here, is the president. She's awesome, and it's a great organization. Go there and start bumping into people and talking to them and get educated about financing options that are available, creative financing. Steffani mentioned the DSCR loan, which we've talked about in the past. Understand what that is. Understand tax advice. It's critical. It's really not how much you make, it's how much you keep in life. And you give a lot to the tax man. So you want to minimize that if you possibly can. In an honest way, okay? I'm not talking anything bad at all, but there's very smart ways to go about that. So get educated and determine a path. There's all kinds of ways to buy real estate. You can fix and flip, you can buy and hold, like Steffani's talking about. You can buy one every couple of years, every 1 year. You can do all that kind of stuff. So know the ramifications and consequences of that strategy, and then you're going to get really good at it. Don't try too many dissimilar things all at once, and you're going to find out all kinds of problems out there and issues and stuff. Get good at 1 or 2 and go after it.
That's what I was just going to add. I was like, there's different types of investors out there. So I think it's really going to be to find your niche and like what parts of investing you really like, because some people like to be more hands-on than others. Some people just don't want to have anything physically to do with the property, and some people really do. So I think it just really depends on what type of investing you want to do and what you want your end goal to look like.
Very important. Absolutely.
But I also think that it's really important, like you already mentioned, there's so many different options and paths that you can take. Don't get rapid fire and go down multiple. Like pick one and stick with it for like a solid year or 2 is what I would say. Then if you feel comfortable and confident, add another one. Doesn't mean you have to stop doing that one too. Then you're going to add and try something else. But if you do too many at once, you're not really going to probably see a true accurate result. And it can be overwhelming, for sure.
Yep. And in line with that is get your team lined up now. Okay. Steffani and Rozella are experienced working with real estate investors. So if you tell me you're an investor and you tell them what kind of stuff you want, I want to buy low, I don't mind the condition, I want to buy whatever, I want cash flow, whatever your goals are, let them know that, and they'll be searching for the right property for you. You need a tax advisor. It's critical. You need a mortgage person who knows what they're doing with the investment properties. Very important. Then you can talk about different loan strategies, DSCR versus full doc versus other ones that we can talk about. There's creativity that can be applied to that process all over the place. But again, tax consequences are important. Get the tax guy. My name is Tom. Tom has given me all kinds of tips that have helped me save money with real estate and make money with real estate, which I might have left on the table if I would have done it in a different way. Escrow and title are equally important. You guys want to piggyback on that, or what do you think?
The piggyback that I would do is that we should do another follow-up video, because this is talking about how you want to start in the investment. But some of the things you just mentioned go along still with our investors that are like, okay, but I already have my first one. Now what do? I still want to continue. And there's so many ways that you can leverage that very first stepping stone potentially. So then that way, I just think we should open up that door a little bit more with how to then diversify yourself and keep that ball going once you actually take that first leap of investment.
Good.
I like it.
Leveraging equity.
That's up next.
I like it too. Well, closing thoughts for our beginning investors, ladies? Anything we haven't talked about?
Never too soon to invest, but you're always going to look back and say, man, I wish I would have done that sooner.
That is so true. You're waiting for real estate to go down and rates to come down, and what happens is real estate just through the ages goes up 4 to 5% every year very consistently. Sometimes more, and then it comes back 4 or 5% consistently. that $400,000 house is going to cost you $420,000 next year. It just
Yep.
is.
I don't think bosses give raises at that speed either. So you
No.
might as well
No.
buy the investment.
That's right. That is faster than typical inflation. And the thing is, when inflation is kicking along at 8%, guess what is increasing more? Real estate, because it goes up in value just right along with it. So it's a hard asset. And there's all, it's one of the best, I had some clients come to me just recently, is one of the best tax advantage devices that you can use to minimize your taxes because of depreciation, and there's all kinds of stuff. There's a rapid depreciation scenario you can do that where you can take a whole bunch of depreciation up front and itemize it. And we can talk about that in specific in another video.
Perfect.
Yep.
Lots
like
of
it.
stuff.
Thank you, John.
All right.
We like investments and we like investors and we like exploring how to avoid paying Uncle Sam as much as possible legally.
Well, thanks, ladies. I think we will follow up on this with another video because there's all kinds of stuff we could touch on here, no doubt.
I like it.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
All
Nice
right.
chat
See
as
you
always.
next week.
See you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.